God says, "Listen closely, my beloved soul. And allow your heart to remain open and calm as you stay with this moment. There is no need to rush your thoughts or assume meaning before it unfolds. This message is not arriving to create tension or fear. It is arriving to invite understanding, honesty, and compassion. When something touches family, emotions can rise quickly, but clarity comes when the heart is steady. Let steadiness guide you now. Family bonds carry deep emotion, history, and shared growth. When someone close to you comes to mind, it is often because connection is strong, not because something is wrong. Awareness does not always mean exposure or blame. Awareness often means understanding, healing, and seeing with gentler eyes. This moment invites you to listen beyond assumptions and to approach what unfolds with care rather than judgment. You may have sensed distance, silence, or unspoken emotions at times. Those moments do not automatically mean wrongdoing. They often mean someone is carrying thoughts they do not yet know how to express. People grow at different speeds. They process emotions privately. What is hidden is not always harmful, sometimes it is simply unshared. This message invites patience, the kind of patience that creates safety for truth to appear naturally. Remain present here. Let your breathing slow. Calm creates space for clarity. When calm is present, understanding replaces reaction. Understanding allows you to see with empathy rather than suspicion. This is important when love is involved. Love listens before it concludes. Love seeks wholeness, not fault. There may be things you are meant to understand more clearly, not to confront harshly, but to support wisely. Support does not mean control. Support means presence. Presence means being available without pressure. When people feel safe, honesty surfaces on its own time. This message is about readiness to respond with maturity, not urgency to react. You are not being asked to judge or correct. You are being invited to remain grounded and attentive. Attentiveness notices shifts gently. It senses when someone needs space and when they need closeness. This kind of attentiveness strengthens relationships rather than straining them. It protects trust and opens doors for sincere conversation. Stay with this understanding a little longer. The heart that remains calm can hold truth without breaking connection. The mind that remains patient can receive clarity without distortion. Nothing here requires haste. Everything here benefits from gentleness. As this message settles, you may feel a quiet resolve to approach family matters with kindness and wisdom. That resolve is strength. Strength does not dominate, it stabilizes. Stability allows growth to happen naturally. Growth within families happens through listening, respect, and time. Remain present. This message is not about uncovering secrets. It is about nurturing understanding. It is not about exposing faults. It is about creating space where truth feels safe. When space is safe, clarity arrives without force. Let this calm stay with you as the message continues. What unfolds next will connect naturally with the steadiness forming now. As this message continues, allow the calm you felt earlier to remain steady, because understanding grows best where there is patience. When family comes to mind, emotions can surface quickly, but clarity prefers gentleness. This moment is not asking you to assume, accuse, or conclude. It is asking you to listen with a heart that is open and balanced, a heart that values connection over reaction. There are times when someone close to us carries thoughts they are not ready to share. Silence does not always mean secrecy, and privacy does not always mean harm. Often, it simply means a person is processing their inner world in their own time. Growth can happen quietly. Change can happen inwardly before it becomes visible. This message invites you to honor that process without rushing it. You may have noticed subtle shifts, changes in mood, distance, or quiet moments that felt unfamiliar. Instead of interpreting these as problems, approach them as invitations to understand more deeply. Understanding does not demand immediate answers. It allows space for truth to appear naturally. When space is given, trust grows. When trust grows, honesty finds its moment. Remain present with this awareness. Calm attention notices without judging. Compassion listens without interrupting. This is the kind of presence that strengthens family bonds rather than straining them. It reassures rather than pressures. It creates safety rather than suspicion. Safety is where sincerity lives. You are not being asked to confront or correct. You are being invited to observe with maturity. Maturity recognizes that everyone carries layers of experience that are not always visible. Some layers take time to unfold. When they do, they need gentleness, not force. Gentleness allows healing to happen without harm. As you stay with this message, notice how your thoughts feel steadier. That steadiness is important. It allows you to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting emotionally. Thoughtful responses protect relationships and honor the bond you share. They keep communication open and respectful. There is strength in patience. Patience does not mean ignoring concerns, it means approaching them wisely. Wisdom chooses timing carefully. Wisdom chooses words with care. Wisdom knows when to listen and when to speak. This wisdom is forming within you now, guiding how you hold this situation. Allow empathy to guide you. Empathy does not assume wrongdoing, it assumes humanity. It recognizes that everyone grows, struggles, and learns in their own way. When empathy leads, conversations become safer and understanding becomes possible. Stay here a little longer. Let this calm awareness settle fully. Nothing here requires urgency. Everything here benefits from steadiness. The message is not pushing you toward action, it is preparing you for understanding. Understanding is the foundation of healing, trust, and connection. As this part unfolds, hold on to this truth: clarity does not arrive through pressure. It arrives through patience, compassion, and presence. What needs to be known will surface at the right time, in the right way, when the heart is ready to receive it. Remain grounded. Remain kind. Remain open. The message continues gently from here. As this message continues, allow your heart to remain steady, because what is unfolding now is not tension, but understanding. Understanding often arrives quietly, without announcing itself. It does not push or accuse. It simply invites you to see more clearly and respond more wisely. This is the kind of clarity that protects relationships rather than damaging them. You may begin to sense that your role in this situation is not to uncover, but to support. Not to question harshly, but to remain present. Presence is powerful. When someone feels seen without being judged, they naturally feel safer to open up. Safety is the foundation of honest connection. Without safety, truth hides. With safety, truth finds its time. There are many reasons a person keeps parts of their inner world private. Sometimes it is confusion. Sometimes it is fear of being misunderstood. Sometimes it is simply the need to process emotions internally before sharing them. Privacy is not deception. Silence is not always distance. Often, it is self-protection during growth. As you stay with this message, notice how your perspective feels broader now. You are no longer focused on assumptions. You are focused on understanding. This shift matters. It changes how you listen, how you speak, and how you respond. When understanding leads, conversations become gentler and more meaningful. You are being guided to approach this with emotional maturity. Emotional maturity does not react quickly. It pauses. It listens. It chooses words that heal rather than words that escalate. This maturity strengthens trust and keeps communication open. It allows relationships to breathe instead of tightening them with pressure. There may come a moment when communication happens naturally, without force. When that moment arrives, your calm presence will matter more than anything you say. Calm reassures. Calm signals safety. Calm tells the other person that honesty will be met with care, not conflict. This is how bonds deepen instead of breaking. You are not responsible for controlling another person's journey. Each person grows in their own way, at their own pace. What you can offer is stability, compassion, and respect. These qualities do not demand change, they invite growth. Growth that is invited lasts longer than growth that is forced. Stay present with this understanding. Let it guide your thoughts gently. You are learning how to hold concern without fear and care without control. This balance is rare and valuable. It protects both your peace and the relationship you value. As this part unfolds, you may feel more grounded and less emotionally reactive. That grounding is strength. Strength does not overpower. Strength stabilizes. It allows you to remain kind even when emotions are involved. Kindness does not weaken truth, it makes truth safe. Allow patience to remain with you. Patience is not passive. It is attentive. It watches for the right moment. It listens for what is not said. It respects timing. When patience is present, understanding arrives without struggle. Remain here a little longer. The message is still unfolding, and what comes next will build naturally on the calm wisdom settling within you now. As this message reaches its gentle completion, allow the calm that has been forming within you to remain steady and familiar. Completion does not mean everything is resolved all at once. It means you are now holding understanding with balance. Balance allows you to move forward without fear and without forcing outcomes. What has settled inside you is not urgency, it is readiness, the kind of readiness that responds with wisdom rather than reaction. You may notice that your thoughts feel clearer now, not because every detail is known, but because your approach has changed. You are no longer pulled toward assumptions or pressure. You are grounded in patience and compassion. This grounding protects both your peace and the relationship you care about. It creates an atmosphere where honesty can exist without tension and where conversations can happen naturally, when the time feels right. Carry this steadiness into your interactions. Steadiness listens before speaking. Steadiness chooses kindness without losing clarity. Steadiness allows space for others to grow without feeling watched or judged. When space is respectful, trust strengthens. When trust strengthens, truth finds its way forward without force. Remember that understanding does not always arrive as information, sometimes it arrives as acceptance. Acceptance does not mean ignoring concerns. It means approaching them with care. Care preserves dignity. Dignity keeps connection intact. This approach honors both your heart and the bond you share. As you continue, let empathy remain your guide. Empathy recognizes humanity before conclusions. It acknowledges that everyone carries layers of experience that are not always visible. When empathy leads, communication becomes safer and healing becomes possible. Healing does not rush. It unfolds gently, supported by time and presence. You are allowed to trust that what needs to be known will surface when the moment is right. Trust does not require vigilance. It requires awareness and patience. Awareness notices shifts without suspicion. Patience respects timing. Together, they create a path forward that is steady and respectful. Take a slow breath and allow this understanding to settle fully. You are not being asked to act immediately. You are being invited to remain grounded, open, and kind. These qualities will guide you more effectively than pressure ever could. If this message brought clarity or calm to your heart, take a quiet moment to acknowledge it. You don't need to explain anything, simply like this video so this peaceful energy can reach more hearts. If you feel guided, share it with someone who may need gentle reassurance today. For daily spiritual messages that offer balance, compassion, and calm guidance, consider subscribing. And if you believe and receive this message, softly comment Amen as a sign of faith and gratitude. Carry this peace with you. Let it shape how you listen, how you speak, and how you respond. The path forward does not require force. It unfolds best through understanding, patience, and love. If this divine message touched your heart, please like and share it so God's light can reach more souls. For daily powerful divine messages, subscribe now and comment Amen to receive blessings.